What is up, super fam and bro vengers alike? I am Sensei Finito, aka Vane Sensei, and welcome to Marvel Bros, where we discuss all things Marvel and everything pop culture. All right. And today we are going to be doing our watch party and review for the season finale of Creature Commandos, man. This show has actually been super fun, and it's just been better and better week after week, episode after episode, and I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to be continuing with that fact tonight. Creature Commandos has been crazy. It's been fantastic. It's been a little, a little raunchy. It's been a little bit of everything, and I've loved every bit of it. I can't lie to you. It's been a really fun time every step of the way. And tonight we are going to be checking out, of course, the watch party and review for the season finale. This is episode 7. Man, we have a lot of stuff that's going to be coming in store for us today on this episode, and I'm excited for it. And I hope you guys are too. Bam. Okay, yo, we got a little DC action going on. Let's see, how close can we get the boot? Bam. Bam. So, bro, we about to get it cracking, man. I'm really excited for it. I'm pumped, yo. The Creature Commandos has been an amazing show so far. I've loved every episode. They've kept getting just like they've gotten raunchier, they've gotten deeper with like the lore and the meaning within them and everything. Like they've really just did the damn thing, and I'm excited. I'm excited, yo. I think we're gonna end on a very high note tonight with this episode of Creature Commandos, and I'm pumped. We last week we got our first look at Batman in the DCU, giving us a lot of hints as to what kind of Batman we could be getting in the DCU. One that's definitely older, one that's probably been a Batman for a while now, one that has fought many of his rogue gallery, no doubt. And that's gonna be all solid, bro. That's gonna be all solid. Bro, with that type of joke, I assure you, you're incorrect. But nah, man, I'm pumped, man. I think tonight's episode is going to give us everything that we need, and we are finally going to get the backstory. We're finally going to get the full story for Nina. I have really been waiting for Nina's story this entire time, like just for so long. I've been waiting for it, and we finally have it. So I'm excited to be able to see what that backstory really is going to have a part of it and what that really means for not just her character, but for everyone else's character, because no doubt this is going to be a heavy episode, man. Like it's going to be a heavy episode tonight. And, I mean, everybody's characters have been so heavy with their flashbacks, and their backstories, and it's like, damn, bro, Nina's just been so nice and so like so loving to all the people around her in her own way, and all these things. And I'm just really hoping that her backstory isn't just as sad and tragic uh as everyone else's is. You know what I mean? Like that would just be so that would just be so heartbreaking. Not gonna lie to you. What's up with it, Stuart? How you doing tonight, man? I hope you're having a good night, bro. I hope you're ready to get into the finale, bro, for Creature Commandos. Bro said 7 episodes is too short. Good thing there's a season 2. I agree, Stuart. I think 7 episodes is kind of short, but I think these 7 episodes have been used wisely. I feel like the time has been utilized to its fullest potential. I don't feel like we've been wasting too much with these episodes either. It's been doing everything that I think it's needed to do, and I think we're gonna be pleasantly surprised maybe tonight. And I really want to know what that post credit scene is as well, because we know that this is supposed to have a post credit scene. We're not necessarily sure how that's going to be connecting to anything else within the DCU, or like if it's going to be something that's connecting to Superman or any of the other projects that are supposed to be coming up in the future. But no matter what, I think we're going to have a good time. there's so many loose ends. I mean, yeah, like there are, but there also aren't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Like, there's not a. I don't think there's as many loose ends as we may think there may be. I think they're gonna do a good job of like wrapping it up with a bow, but also, of course, leaving things for like the future of what's gonna be going on, but still giving it a nice book end to the point where when we do finish this episode, when we do finish the show, it's like, bro, all right, this is fantastic. We did get all the answers that we needed in the ways that we needed them, but maybe I don't know, not move because the thing about when you get these type of stories that have these flashbacks is like that is its own thing, right? Like the flashback can be looked at as a cohesive story of a beginning, a middle, and the end being where you see the character at that moment. And I feel like that they've done a really good job of wrapping those things up in their own way. And then also, I do want to see the team kind of come together in a more full manner because, especially now that GI Robot is gone, and who knows what's going to happen in this episode, and we do know that Frankenstein is like hot on the trail of everything that's been going on with the Creature Commandos as well. So we are in store for a crazy episode tonight, for real. We got less than 30 minutes until that episode comes out, by the way, chat. So you already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna check a little something out, get a little bit ready, lock in a bit, and see.
What's poppin', my creatures and or commandos? What's poppin', my creatures and or commandos? It is me, MT, and welcome back to the Heavy Spoiler Show, y'all. This is about to be a breakdown for episode 6 of Creature Commandos, so let's just go ahead and dive into this thing. Episode 6 of Creature Commandos is titled Prietel Skelet, which means skeleton friend in Russian, and it's an episode centered around the origins of our skeleton homie, Dr. Phosphorus, PhD. But in this case, PhD stands for Pretty Hot Dude, or person hiding in dumpster, which is exactly where we find Phosphorus at the beginning of this episode as he continues running for the Royal Knights of Pokolistan.
So badass.
He almost gets caught while hiding in an alley, but this Pokolistan Knight somehow does not notice the giant glowing source of green just chilling right behind this corner. Like, nah, man, turn in your badge, buddy. You done. But anyways, Dr. Phosphorus eventually makes his way into a nearby home after burning the doorknob clean off, forcing the man of the house to have to go to Pokolistan Home Depot the next day. And looking through this random family's photographs, Dr. Phosphorus begins to think back to his old life as the brilliant scientist and family man Alexander Sartorius.
What a WA to kind of weave that together as well, of having him have flashbacks and that also showing us the flashback of the, you know what I'm saying? Like,
the show first flashes back to when Alex is playing outside his home with his kid, where the audience can immediately see how much Alex was modeled after his voice actor, Alan Tudyk. The Alexander Sartorius introduced in the pages of 1977's Detective Comics 469 originally had all black hair, but it seems like blonde was the way for this DCU Alex. And blonde hair would apparently be fitting because this dude was stupid as hell, man, making deals with sketchy Gotham gangsters like Rupert Thorne in order to get scientific funding. Also, totally kidding about that blonde joke, by the way. Blonde people can also do the think good too. But anyways, because both he and his wife Parvin both lost parents to cancer, Alex was apparently working on a game-changing nuclear fusion treatment that would eliminate all cancer cells within a patient forever. And while this is nice and all, Alex's wife Parvin is bugging out because she does not want her husband giving Thorne the results of his successful nuclear experiments, when she knew damn well that Thorne was going to give those scientific results to the fascist dictatorship of Bialya, a fictional country near the countries of Saudi Arabia and Iran, introduced into DC Comics continuity in 1987's Justice League number 2. At first in the comics,
I'm pretty sure that
the country
also
was
is something
ruled by
that
a
goes
complete
on.
ass of a colonel.
I think Bialya is also in Young Justice, if I'm not mistaken.
Named Ruman Harjavti, who used his military influence along with some superpowered individuals
will this guy tie
to morph
in the Dr.
Bialya
Manhattan
into a
reference?
nation where
He
crooks
might.
and criminals prospered.
Yo, what's up
while
with
the
it, Cody?
people
How you
remained
doing? Hope
poor.
you having a
This
good one today,
dumbass
G.
colonel
Are
would
you
eventually
ready for
ally
Creature
himself
Commandos,
with a woman
the
named
season
Queen
finale?
Bee, who would
Dropping in
betray
about
him
20
by
minutes.
having his ass assassinated so she could take over the country and make it into a paradise even more beautiful than the country of Monaco.
Bialya was
Apparently.
huge in Young
But she
Justice.
did this
I
by
thought so.
secretly being a supervillain behind the scenes. You know, like this one time in 1988's Captain Atom Annual #2, when she created a device that made everyone living or visiting the nation of Bialya physically addicted to living there, as that machine would straight up manipulate the endomorphins in the brain, which control pain and stress. So whenever you left the country, you would instantly feel incredibly more stressed out, prompting you to want to visit again or maybe even stay permanently, which of course in turn helps the Bialyan economy. And even though Queen Bee has gotten into various altercations with the Justice League over the years, her political influence on the world stage made it super hard for any sort of consequences from the United Nations to happen. But anyways, because Parvin also grew up in an oppressive country like Bialya, she desperately tries to get Alex to stop working with Rupert Thorne. But seeing that Alex won't relent, the two eventually come to a compromise that would have Alex give Rupert Thorne bogus results. Bogus results that Thorne would try to give to Bialya that would make the Bialyans pissed off as hell. So, in retaliation, Rupert Thorne would have Alex's wife and child murdered while forcefully making Alex cover the crime scene with his bloody fingerprints.
Crazy.
By the way,
that shit
the villainous
was insane.
Rupert Thorne is a corrupt and influential city councilor from Gotham City introduced alongside Dr.
I
Phosphorus
could not believe how they
Comics
just made him put his hands
and is voice acted brilliantly by Benjamin Byron Davis, who worked with James Gunn previously on movies like 2016's The Belko Experiment and 2023's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, where he played the Orgo Corp guard that fell in love with Drax, courtesy of Mantis. But if you're a gamer, then you'll likely know him best as the voice of Dutch from Red Dead Redemption 2. And just like we see in this episode, Rupert Thorne would also be instrumental in the origins of Dr. Phosphorus in the comics, because after both he and Alex Sartorius would agree to work together to build a power plant in Gotham City, Thorne would be pressured by an angry Gotham City to instead build a power plant 3 miles away from the city in the Atlantic Ocean. However, because the project was so unpopular, Thorne could not get the proper funding to run such a power plant, which would cause a reactor to explode while Sartorius was checking it out. And in an attempt to evade the blast, Alex would jump behind some nearby bags of sand. However, the nuclear explosion would cause the sand to bond to Alex's skin and shoot up one element in the periodic table to become an eternally burning phosphorus, causing Alex to vow revenge against Gotham for being responsible for his radical transformation. However, in the DCU, it seems like Rupert Thorne is a lot more directly responsible for Alex's condition.
There's some really
he
good
and his gang would shove Alex into his own nuclear machine, hoping to cook him alive with his own work. I got major kick-ass one vibes from that moment, as it reminded me of the scene from the 2010 film when Frank D'Amico's men would cook one of their guys.
What about you, chat? What's your favorite comic?
And shoot up one element in the periodic table
to become
an eternally burning phosphorus, causing Alex to vow revenge against Gotham for being responsible for his radical transformation. However, in the DCU, it seems like Rupert Thorne is a lot more directly responsible for Alex's condition, as he and his gang would shove Alex into his own nuclear machine, hoping to cook him alive with his own work. And I got major kick-ass one vibes from that moment, as it reminded me of the scene from the 2010 film when Frank D'Amico's men would cook one of their guys alive in an industrial lumber microwave. I actually did a whole breakdown on Kick-Ass 1, by the way, that you can check out here on Heavy Spoilers. Subscribe. But unlike that guy in Kick-Ass 1 who exploded in that microwave, Alex would of course emerge from Sartorius Labs alive and completely changed into a living phosphorus doctor of some kind. I don't know if he can make a name from that. Who knows? With his mutation radically altering his mind into embracing his more violent urges, like his urge for revenge against Rupert Thorne and any unfortunate mother dang who works for him. Like this guard over here getting excited over a lewd magazine called Meta Sleaze, which features nearly nude women dressed up as popular comic book superheroes and meta-humans.
I didn't even notice that part. You know, I've heard so many people talking about that, but I don't remember that happening.
Star Sapphire, who made her first appearance in All Flash #32 from 1948. While the front page features a woman made of ice or crystals, a possible nod to the villain Icicle, who was a villain for the original Green Lantern Alan Scott, that made his first appearance in 1947's All-American Comics number 90. And inside the actual magazine, the woman on the left appears to be a nod to the hero, the Green Hornet, originally created for the Green Hornet radio program in 1936. But Green Hornet is not a DC Comics hero, though, which is kind of weird. But he is still very much an influential hero in fictional crime-fighting history. At first, I kind of thought this woman was trying to be the Batman villain, the Riddler, but Riddler usually wears a purple tie instead of a green one, so it's probably not him. However, sometimes Riddler do be wearing green ties though, so I don't know. It's one of those two. But the woman on the page on the right appears to be a nod to the DC Comics hero Red Devil, formerly known as Kid Devil, a character who first appeared in 1984's Firestorm number 24. And after murdering the Thorne family, Alex goes after his men as well, even following one of them to the supermarket to set their bones to crispy right after they picked up a cereal called Crispy Bones Cereal, a parody of the forgotten Dino Pebbles Flintstone-themed cereal that was on the shelves from 1990 to 1993. The bony dinosaur on the front of the box also bears a strong resemblance to the Mario character Dry Bones as well. And after this, Dr. Phosphorus decides to take over Rupert Thorne's entire
15 minutes till the episode drops,
his gang to the Iceberg Lounge for a night of intimidating dancing while dressed like a pimp named Slickback from the Boondocks, with the Iceberg Lounge, of course, famously belonging to the Batman.
Shit! He was dressed like a pimp. Hell nah. Hell nah, bro was dressed like a pimp named Slickback. That's diabolical, bro. Holy shit. He really is dressed like a pimp named Slickback, yo. What the hell?
From the Boondocks, with the Iceberg Lounge, of course, famously belonging to the Batman villain, the Penguin, ever since it first appeared in 1995's Detective Comics 683. But after running around Gotham committing various crimes and terrorizing the city, Dr. Phosphorus' reign as a gang leader would come to an end when he is visited at home by an extremely swole Batman, the first alive appearance of the Dark Knight in the DCU after we first saw him dead in Waller's vision back in episode 4. But while Batman's costume is purposely darkened by DC Studios due to them not likely deciding on a final design for their new Batman yet, it appears that DC Studios will clearly be looking for an extremely athletically fit and muscled up man for the role to fit this animated physique. Back in the present, the Doctor is discovered by a little girl who says that she's hungry. So the Doctor sits and eats with her in a moment that reminded me a lot of Matt Smith's first episode of Doctor Who, when he would have a surprise late-night meal with a young Amy Pond. But anyways, both Phosphorus and the little girl would harmlessly play outside together until they're finally discovered by the girl's parents, who graciously direct the Doctor to the direction of the castle. But shifting things on over to when Nina and the bride on the run, the two eventually find themselves inside of the local Can-Can brothel, run by a woman known only as Madam, played by the legendary Shohreh Aghdashloo. And after convincing the ladies there to help them, Nina then suggests that they all play the Scattergories party game, which is a game that was released by Milton Bradley in 1988. But soon the brothel would be visited by two asshole meta-human brothers who both possess bioelectric powers. And when one of them hurts one of the workers, we finally see Nina Mazursky leap into action for the first time in the series to defend her, once again showing how Nina
I love the way the bride just pulls up and just stands there and watches. And is like, yo, I got your back if you need me, but until then, I'm gonna let you handle this the way you feel you need to.
Once again showing how Nina is a deeply caring person. But when the two douchebags threaten to kill everybody in the building, the bride instantly and effortlessly kills them first, with the bride even ripping the heart out of the more abusive brother before squeezing it. Yet another reference to the Mortal Kombat video games in this series, as the character Kano is famously known for the Heart Ripper fatality in those games. And while all this is happening, Weasel makes his way into a nearby forest where he runs into a pack of wolves. But instead of attacking them, he decides to befriend them in the same way that the kids in Sunny Hill School chose to befriend him in the past, by playing fetch. But even though Weasel would find a home with these wolves in the end, he would still be pulled towards Princess Alana's direction by the image of the blonde little girl that he failed to save all those years ago, as the two of them look somewhat similar. But we, of course, have to catch up with Rick Flag Sr., who was in a coma after getting fucked all the way up by a motherfucker named Basil, who also happens to be Mud. And as Rick is being brought into the emergency room, Economos and Waller try to get information on the monster that dropped him off. Listing off types of monsters for the hospital staff, Economos mentions reptiloids like Killer Croc from Suicide Squad, amphibians like Nina Mazursky, simians like Congorilla or Gorilla Grodd, poltergeists, a possible reference to the enchantress that possessed June Moon in Suicide Squad, and Mite, a reference to the character Bat-Mite, who Economos described in the Peacemaker series as a 2-foot-tall interdimensional imp who stands Batman. Because that is exactly what Bat-Mite has been ever since he was introduced in 1959's Detective Comics.
Bro really is canon,
and before he decided to make his Suicide Squad movie, James Gunn was apparently thinking about writing and directing a Bat-Mite movie instead, which would have probably been incredibly baller and hilarious. But I am glad that we got the Suicide Squad instead, because we also got Peacemaker and Creature Commandos spun off from the Suicide Squad. But anyways, last week I did assume that Amanda Waller had to be behind Isla McPherson's murder, but this seems to not be the case, as Amanda Waller can be seen sitting by Rick's side, hoping that he pulls through long enough to let her know who exactly beat his ass up, because she, like us, has yet to figure out how Clayface's intervention ties into the overall Pokolistan threat. Then the episode, of course, ends with the remaining 4 members of the Creature Commandos
and we're getting a Clayface
dramatic
movie?
slow-mo walk towards Princess Alana's castle, with these slow walks being a staple for pretty much every James Gunn superhero team movie, as he's done slow-mo walks in all 3 Guardians films, The Suicide Squad, and Peacemaker. And they do this walk right as Frankenstein arrives in Pokolistan after hijacking a private plane, ready to be reunited with his bride once again.
His bride.
And seeing that next week's episode is the last episode of the season, we could actually end up seeing Frankenstein joining the Creature Commandos by that episode's end, as he actually has led the team before in the DC Comics. But regardless of what James Gunn has planned for us in episode 7, I am incredibly excited to see this finale, man. I've got to know if the Creature Commandos can actually change the future, and if we'll somehow see G.I. Robot return from the grave. Because I gotta be honest, I miss that robot, man. We had a lot in common. We both hate Nazis. Yeah, that's about it.
That's about it, buddy.
But yeah, that was my breakdown for episode 6 of Creature Commandos. What do you guys think of the episode? Let us know in the comment section.
What more do you need, baby? What more do you need? All right, yo, I love that episode, bro. Episode 6 was a solid one for sure. Episode 7 about to be out in about 10 minutes, and I'm ready for it. Like, Creature Commandos has just been so... It's crazy. It's crazy what they've been able to do with it. I had no idea that, you know, this was the area that we were going to be in, but here we are.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This will be my full Creature Commandos episode 6 video. There was a bunch of Batman-related news recently because Matt Reeves' Batman 2 movie got delayed a bunch, and James Gunn has talked about delaying Batman Brave and the Bold because the script for that movie isn't ready yet. It's cast.
This is the DCU Batman. And we're gonna do great things with him. He's the most popular superhero in the world. And I can't wait for people to see more of him, along with Superman, and together.
In the actual scene where you see him for the first time, it's Dr. Phosphorus revealing that he's basically taken over Rupert Thorne's empire and turned into a villain himself, like he's driven mad by his transformation into a metahuman. Also because of the trauma of what happened with his wife and child.
Look at that beefy boy, man. Look at Bats. He's beefy as hell, yo. Why is Bats so beefy?
Thorne killed them. So of course, if he takes over Rupert Thorne's empire and then goes on to become a much bigger villain in Gotham himself, of course Batman is going to show up to try and take him down, basically showing how he wound up in Belle Reve in the first place with Amanda Waller, because Batman took him down. There are a couple notable things here, like even though they color it a little bit differently, it looks like the suit is more blue and gray. Notice the ears are a little bit shorter, and
that's
he
what
looks
I said
giant.
too,
He
son.
looks swole as hell. So overall, I would say he's much closer to looking like Ben Affleck's Batman, like he was a real big Batman, because Ben Affleck is so tall. And the ears on his cowl were a little bit shorter, as opposed to, say, like Robert Pattinson Batman, who's shorter and leaner. If you're just going based on the comics, Batman is meant to be about an inch shorter than Superman. Comic book Superman is meant to be about 6'4". David Cornsweet in real life is 6'4". We haven't really seen him standing next to other really big Justice League characters, so it's kind of hard to tell the scale, but he is a giant compared to most of the other people that are in the Superman movie. Batman is meant to be between like
wild.
6'2", 6'3". For example, a really good comparison would be like Alan Richson. He's about 6'3". So imagine like a Reacher-sized Batman. There are a lot of people that have been asking for Alan Richson to become the new version of Batman.
I think he
I'm
would
not
be a
expecting
W
that to
Batman.
happen just because he's so busy doing Reacher stuff right now. But Alan Richson,
Well,
the actor,
Washington
said that
Media,
he
what's
would love to
happening?
be that new Batman.
Spider-Man's
Most of
awesome.
you might remember he was actually on the
January
Titans series as
29th is
Hawk.
when the Spider-Man show starts. Which, of course, is something that we will be doing watch parties for here on the channel. You already know. You already know. There we go.
He's already been in the DC universe, but he was part
I
of the
liked him
Arrowverse.
as
Like
Hawk
they
as
canonized
well.
Titans to the Arrowverse through Crisis on Infinite Earths.
When they first gave it to me, we saw a lot more Batman. And I was saying, I am not ready to commit to that. I'm not ready to commit to that. I'm not ready to commit to that. So I just like more silhouette, more silhouette, more silhouette. And I think it's a great way to show that Batman does exist. He already exists in this universe. Just like when we come to the Superman movie, we see the Superman already exists. He's already known by the people in Metropolis.
That's very true.
And so, he's, we don't need to hear the origin story again.
The way they're playing the scene.
Yo, you're tripping, TC. See, bro, you should have shut your mouth, my guy, because now you're out of here. See what you do when you go to someone else's channel and you try to tell them what to do, try to tell them how to do stuff, bro. Now you're gone, bro. Man, you're tripping. You're tweaking. What do you think you are? Do you think this is your page? You're out of here, buddy. Have a good day.
Though it's meant to take place a couple years prior to the
Yo,
event
we got
of the
5
episode.
minutes
Like,
chat
it's not
until
that
this
long
episode
ago
drops.
in the past. The way that James Gunn has described his Batman in the present day of the DCU, like when we're seeing the Superman movie go on, like right after those events, he's meant to be old enough to have
Aiden, what's up
Wayne,
with
who
my
is
guy?
old enough
How you
to
doing,
be
G?
his Robin. Meaning that Batman has to at least be in his late 30s. By comparison, Ben Affleck's Batman was meant to be like a late 40-something Batman.
I think they're gonna go for the same thing too, bro. I think we're gonna get a 40-year-old one again, bro. For real. Bro, shut your trap is diabolical, bro. I don't know what that's about. Bro, old enough to not know how to put a profile picture on the YouTube page. You feel me? What if they had made Superman a Peter Parker physique? He would still be stupidly strong, but would look really weird given his frail physique. Hey, bro, I think that's kind of what we're getting with the Batman in a way. And I'm not opposed to any form of bats. I like every version of Batman. Like when he looks like a big beefy guy, when he's a short beefy guy, if he's a lean strong guy, whatever the case may be, I'm down for every version of it. I think it's really solid, for real. I'm not gonna lie. Shut your trap is still pretty diabolical. Guy Gardner's haircut is fire, bro. He's about to have us wanting to punch him in the face the entire movie. I'm ready for it. What's up, man? How you doing? What are your thoughts on the show, and do you think the finale can stick the landing, and what time does it drop? All right, G. I'll say also, what's up to you, Aiden? I hope you're having a good day. My thoughts on the show is that it's a fantastic show so far. They've done a really good job with it, and I'm really pumped to see where they're going to be going next. After this, we do know that a season 2 is official. It's coming soon. We know that there's also going to be a post-credit scene tonight for this episode to kind of further wet our whistle about what's going to be going on within the DCU next. We know that what's his name? Rick Flag Sr. is going to be showing up in Peacemaker as well as Superman later on this year. So those are all crazy things, bro. And I am so excited for each one of those. I wouldn't be surprised if we see David Cornsweat Superman actually pull up in this show, like as Superman for real. Like not just like a cameo of him being dead, but very similar to how we just saw Bat. But of course they had to hide it behind all the silhouette and everything. I think we can see that, but in an even better, area. Isn't Shut Your Trap from the 50s? It is from the 50s, bro. That's why I was like, what's happening here? Like, Like, all right, bro, let's get this guy out of here before he says, something else from the 50s that's not allowed. I think Nina is going to massacre people when the moisture hits her. Wet whistle joke? Nah, come on, son. But yeah, I got what you're saying. I think her backstory is going to be freaking insane. I don't know if it's going to be, I don't like, I hope she doesn't end up looking like a terrible person after her backstory is done, I hope it's something to where maybe it was more of an accident, like, oh, yes, like, damn, yeah, she killed 35 people, but she really didn't mean to. You know what I mean? Like, I hope it's more of that rather than, ooh, she cold-blooded murdered everyone in her high school when it was swim day because they made fun of her. Damn, ooh. Props to Frank Grillo. Guy has been grinding out an acting career. I agree, bro. I agree. And he's about to really keep it going. Yo, we are T-minus 1 minute out until Creature Commandos episode 7, the season finale, is here up on the channel. You feel me? And I'm hyped, bro. I am pumped, hyped, and ready for it, man. You guys, I hope you guys are all ready for it too. Because we're gonna be geeking out. I feel the geeking out is going to be a 100%, man. So let me know how you guys have been feeling about Creature Commandos so far, and don't forget to drop all of your final thoughts, theories, and questions for the season finale of Creature Commandos. And of course, sometimes the show does mess up, so it is midnight. The episode should be out right this second. Sometimes it's not, just because they be doing stuff like that sometimes. So we'll check it out and see what's going on for sure here. Let's fast forward this. Let's see. Okay, that didn't work. Okay, yeah, we're you see, I'm refreshing. We're yet waiting for the episode to drop. Are there going to be any Hellboy illusions tonight? I think that we actually find out that possibly those illusions were fake. I'm just saying. I mean, remember, Cersei's vision may not have been true because the expert that they brought in to verify Cersei's visions actually was Clayface. So there's a big possibility that that's not even, really how that goes down. Chat, we're waiting for episode 7 to get uploaded to Max right now. If you guys don't have it on your side, don't worry, because I don't have it on my side either. If you do have it, let me know. Drop a 1 in the chat if you have Creature Commandos up on your side. Drop a 2 in the chat if you don't have it yet. Let us know what's going on, because we're all waiting for it to be uploaded. Let's turn that off real quick. Let's close these here. Let's open that over here. Creature Commandos. Yeah, so the episode's still not out, chat. I don't know what's going on. I like her, like Abe Celine from Hellboy, but I just hope she can fight. Yeah, we have not seen her do anything. Who are we fan casting for Batman? Right now, my runner-up, I'm not gonna lie, Josh Brolin. I think Josh Brolin went for I think Josh Brolin went for Green Lantern and he left with Batman. And I know that'll make Batman like a 50-year-old Bats, but I think that's what we're getting, yo. The DCU definitely wants to differentiate their side of Batman from, what we are already seeing with Pattinson. So they're gonna do everything they can to change our perception of what that looks like. Giving him a kid is one of those many things. Boom! The episode is now out, chat. The episode is now out. I'm ready for it. I hope you guys are ready too. Drop a 1 in the chat if you guys are hyped for the season finale of Creature Commandos. Drop a 2 in the chat if you are not. Tonight's episode is the longest so far, if I'm not mistaken, at 29 minutes long. On 3, we will press play and enjoy this episode together. If you haven't already, make sure you guys drop a like on the video because it helps out tremendously around these parts. And you can also follow us on all platforms at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. On 3, 1, 2, 3. Well, let's go. I'm excited.
But we need a fresh start.
Yo, I forgot all about Harley Quinn.
I'll be back later. Yeah, I can't promise they'll be alive.
I have not watched that's also Alan. Like Dr. Phosphorus also plays Clayface in both shows. Like, what in the world? Crazy, bruh. And I think he's gonna be playing Clayface in the live action movie, bro. Like, what? I love this intro. I'm not gonna be able to show you guys the entirety of the show from start to finish, just so you know that now.
Here we have it. Here we go.
Damn. Oh. Yo, okay, W intro. W intro. I like that, bro. Probably easy to make him live action then, especially after I seen his take on Soldier Boy. Hey, I don't think Jensen Ackles is gonna make it happen. Yeah, I believe so. Alan Tudyk is Clayface in this show. He's Clayface in Harley Quinn. He's Dr. Phosphorus, and I'm pretty sure he's supposed to be reprising his role as Clayface for the live action Clayface movie that's coming out in the DCU. There he goes. $2 of a virgin's blood, huh? Yeah, I agree with that. Alan would be cool to see. Oh. Oh, bro, shook it. Oh, dead. Oh my God. Bruh. It's the end of the world as we know it. That's the song that we end with, right? Yeah, she plays no games when it comes to formalities at all. She called him Ghost Rider, bro. Oh, she spit on him. That's crazy. She spit on, bruh. Bruh. We still could what? Eh, Maybe I'm tripping. I don't know, bruh. Maybe I'm tripping. Mom Dukes is wildin'. Mom Dukes is tweaking, bro. Shit. Oh. Okay, so her dad made her. Oh my god, bro. He freaking mutated his daughter. This princess is tripping, bro. She about to just go. She's about to go swim while assassins is looking for her. I will not cower, she says. Well, girl, you gonna die then. Oh, should we put him down as crazy? Damn. Damn, bro, you hear that? Genetically engineered rice has fed nations, yo. The DCU is on a whole nother level. Bruh, bro, he's just telling this to the principal. You know what I mean? Like, this is crazy. Oh shit. Oh, they called her a frog. That's cold. Say ribbit, bitch. Damn. Oh, she's killing everybody. She's killing everybody, chat. Oh, Nina's killing everyone. Yo, so the vision was fake, chat. Not a frog going ribbit. The vision was fake, chat. So Clayface may work for Cersei for real. Oh shit. Oh no. Oh, her bed is an aquarium. So what? Fruit. Uh, yeah, Stabber. Yo. Yo. Did I sound like I gave a shit? Is crazy. Oh shit. Not to mention Star City, chat. Metropolis, Bloodhaven, the name drops. Damn. Yo, the cops is 0-2 in this show so far, bruv. They know about Clayface. Bruh. Diebeard hurt his leg trying to save Peacemaker or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. That's so creepy. Oh! Oh, Nina! Oh my god! GI Robot and Nina, bruh. Damn. Oh shit! Oh my god! What the hell is going on? Oh shit! Oh! Oh, Disney princess is crazy. Damn. Oh shit! Oh my god! He shot that bitch in the face. Oh my god! Oh my god! New team, let's go! New team! Yo! He's back, baby! Bruh. Hell yeah! Hell yeah! That was a hella good episode. They said there's a post-credit scene.
She did, right? Now I'm only more
Oh,
sure
snap.
of the connection we have. What kind of soup is this?
Sparrow dropping soup.
No, tastes disgusting.
Yes.
Wow. James Gunn really told us that there was a post-credit scene for it to be that. Bro is a troll. Bro is a troll. James Gunn is a troll, bro. He trolled us, bro. We just got trolled. We literally got trolled for a post-credit scene. That was insane. Yo, that was an amazing season finale for Creature Commandos, chat. I loved it, man. Let me know how you guys felt about it in the comment section down below. Let's get a tip check for this episode, man, because damn, that was crazy. Creature Commandos. Watch Party. No. Creature Commandos season finale. Temp check. Emoji. Emoji. Okay, man. I want to know how everybody is feeling, bro. That was a crazy episode, crazy turn of events. It kind of went down the way I expected it to, other than a couple of things there. Um, I was not prepared for Nina to have such a sad backstory, and like just everything that happened in this was just very, very sad. This was a very sad episode. Not gonna lie to you, but yeah, this is a sad episode. I really wasn't prepared. Um, yeah, I just was not prepared, bro. That was really there was a lot going on here that just made me yeah, bruh. Like, bruh. I'm so sad. But let's get into our overall review and discussion for the episode. Okay? Let's get it going on. And then while I give my overall review for this episode, let me know how you guys feel about it in the comment section down below as well, all right? So give me your thoughts, your theories, and any questions that you may have in the comments. And then I'm going to do my review, and then I'll jump back into chat after that. All right? All right. Let's get into it. We just got done watching the season finale for Creature Commandos, and man, this was a crazy, heartfelt, heartbreaking, sad, awesome episode, and a really good way to end a great season. I loved this episode. I love this show, and I can't wait for season 2. I'm so happy that it's official that we will be having one because, man, the characters are in here galore, and we can really do something special with it. Baby, I'm excited for what's coming next with Creature Commandos, and I think that James Gunn has done an amazing job with kind of creating the story, weaving everything together. And I will say that I was a little bit concerned with how they would be able to properly wrap up all of the things that we saw in this episode. And I think that they did a pretty good job at it, man. I'm not gonna lie. I think they did a pretty good job at it. I think the fact that we also got this flashback of Nina and realizing that basically since childbirth she has been struggling with these different medical conditions. I thought that was a really nice addition to her backstory, especially going into this when I was so curious as to what did happen with her, how these things occurred, and what it really means, not only for her character, but, why is she the heart of the team, quote unquote, and why does she bring that level of just like kind of, the level of just passion she does to everything. And I think that this episode did a good job of answering that, and it was just very sad to see that her backstory was tragic. It was sad. It was heartbreaking. Just for it to end in a tragic and sad, heartbreaking way. But I also like that, her sacrifice was not for nothing. And in the end, we were able to really save the day. And I thought that was fantastic. But obviously, we contrast that with the beginning of this episode, and that's basically Frankenstein being the monster that he is. I mean, Frankenstein has had me rolling in this show. I can't lie. And the way that he talks to this dude and he is terrified, I just love it, yo. I continue to make the point of how in this show you have humans and that are scared of these monsters, and then you have some humans that just are not scared of these monsters at all. You know what I mean? And that is something that I'm all the way here for. I'm here for it in every way, shape, and form. I love the way that they also weaved the secrets or the narrative into it early on. I believe we did not see them find out about Clayface because we were watching. Oh my God, we were watching. We were watching the bride basically beat the shit out of dude, and then we also saw Frankenstein there pulling up as well. So, but at this moment, this is around when we find out the truth about Clayface being there and working with the princess, which is insane. It's just insane. What a way to kind of weave this narrative together in a way to where it's like, oh, this vision is real, but it might be fake. And then we have the person come through, confirm that it is real, and then bam, it turns out to be fake, and then it's actually real. Like, I love the whole finesse of it to just go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And I think I saw someone just say that the story is kind of confusing at times, and I can definitely feel that because there is a lot going on. Actually, I didn't even notice this, but right at the beginning of, they do show us that they see Clayface, like they see Clayface with Nina. It was right there at the beginning. I can't believe I didn't see that the first time I watched it. I think I was so distracted by Frankenstein coming through that literally I didn't even peep that he was on the screen with the princess. Like, that is legit Clayface. I can't believe it. Like, that's crazy. And it's just enough of him to where you can't see it, but you also can see it. So really, the whole time, the Creature Commandos knew that they were right in what they were supposed to be doing. They knew that she was working with Clayface, all of this stuff. Like, they saw it. They saw it. They saw it firsthand. And I freaking love that, bro. I love that. This is amazing. The storytelling here is just on a whole nother level. And look at the level of shock on all of their faces. And then it's all because Frankenstein pulls up, of course, being the creeper that he is, and he ruins everything. He ruins everything, mainly for us as the viewer. After we see the bride pump some holes into him, she was not part of any. She was playing no games. She was playing no games with him at all. So I love it. I love it, bro. I love the way that we get to do all of this stuff. And one thing that I really was not ready for is to see how Frankenstein is sitting here begging, and then she's like, "Yo, you creepy ass stalker, screw you and what you got to say," shoots him, and then just spits on him, yo, and then leaves him there. I was like, bro, the level of disrespect that the bride came with for Frankenstein, I was all the way here for. I loved it. And of course, we also got to see. I mean, again, they did such a good job of weaving how caring Nina is or was into the narrative of the story as we go through it. Just kind of not frame by frame, but moment by moment as we're introduced to a new plot thread or a new thing is introduced into the story. As right after like look at how Nina is staring. She doesn't like any of the death. She doesn't appreciate any of the negative. She's not a negative person. She's not here as a monster because she's a monster. You know what I mean? Like, she's here because other people didn't understand her. Again, much more similar to Weasel than to anyone else on the team. And then it's like when she sees the guards coming, Nina grabs the bride's hand and drags her away with him. Like, bro, beautiful moments throughout this episode. So that way, once we get to the end of it, or at least once we continue to go through it, and we see, that, Nina, much like the bride, has not really had, well, she's had someone on her side, but, just in a different way, man. It's just different way. It was so sad to see her mother kind of go through the thing of just like not wanting her daughter to be alive, I guess. For like that was a lot of wild. There's just a lot of wildness that happened in this, and I wasn't prepared for it, yo. And her dad was just so loving and caring. Also, kind of wild that he would, experiment on his daughter in any way, shape, or form. But I mean, I don't. I mean, if I was a doctor at that level and something was going on with my kid, I don't know if I would. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't do any crazy experiments like that on them. And I can't believe that he did, but hey, it is what it is. The moment of them being in the forest, aka also the thumbnail moment, if you will. I really, really liked this moment with them. I liked seeing how the bride really was on Nina's side and was really talking to her, and she's like, "Yo, you can do this. Like, you are a monster just like the rest of us." And she was like, "I thought you said I wasn't a monster." And she's like, "Nah, I was joking," or whatever. And just intercutting, that with the way that her father just cared so much and really tried to do everything he could to save his little girl. Like, oh my gosh, look at that. That's so sad. I just wasn't ready for. There's been so much tragedy surrounding children within this show, and I was not ready for that level of emotion. or heartbreak with it. I just wasn't ready for it, yo. But again, it was something. It was really good for us to see that things like this are actively going on in the DCU. Like people are mutating people in the DCU multiple times. Like it happens a lot. Like people are just doing everything they can for one reason or another. I love the way he immediately puts his daughter in the little thing right here, and the lady's like, "Yo, you're gonna drown her." I love how they react in a way that they don't treat they don't treat her as like an animal or a creature or a monster. They still treat Nina like she's a little kid that needs help to live and survive and do all these other things, right? I just love that fact of the matter. And I think this show did a really good job of just making us feel good feelings and then immediately cutting that with making us feel completely awkward, right? Because it's like on one hand, we see we see Nina basically being reborn in this water. And then at the same time, I think directly after that, we cut to seeing the princess in a bathing suit about to go just for a swim. And that is just something that, like, literally, as soon as she walked out, I was like, what? This is awkward. Like, is this how someone who is actively under attack of being assassinated just acts and is just chilling? Like, this is some villain shit. This is what villains do, right? When villains aren't worried about anything going wrong, when villains aren't worried about their way not happening, they just go about their day like normal. They don't worry about nothing. They don't trip about it. They just do what they would normally do. And that is exactly what we see the princess doing here. She literally is just going about her live long day, climbing the mountain, taking like just in a swimsuit with the lingerie see-through cover on. Like she out here just strutting, stunting, and about to dive into her backyard pool. Like this is villainous shit that's going on. Like this is not something that normal people just do, right? But I love the way that I love the way Dr. Phosphorus is just there to do whatever he needs to do. No more, no less. He can kill everyone if he wants to. But he's like, nah, bruh. No. No, I'm cool. I'm cool. And it was also really nice to see that Weasel had this attachment to the princess because of course she looks like the little girl that he remembers, and she also like played catch with him for hours, and those are definitely two things that matter quite a bit. It was hilarious. Again, Dr. Phosphorus is just so seriously unserious because as Weasel is like, hey, like he's trying to, kind of go towards the princess and all these other things. He's like, should we put him down? And they're like, no, we should not put him down. And he's like, oh, I mean, I was just asking, you know what I mean? Like, no big deal. Like, don't be mad at me. And then it was just so nice to see, Weasel. Weasel's just such a good boy. You know what I mean? He's a good boy. He's just trying to be the best, the bestest good boy he could be that he ever could be, Something else that really stood out to me, again, I kind of talked about this earlier, but the fact that we have met so many humans and people that just are not worried about shit going down. Like the fact Nina was not only able to get into this school, but even try out for sports. It's like, yo, they are so progressive in the DCU. He was like, yo, no, I know you're a biology doctor, so you turning your daughter into a fish person, that actually makes a lot of sense. Like, excuse the hell out of me. But when you have all these other things going on, when you have heroes and you have villains of all these different kinds, some things are better, better easily digestible, quote unquote, or just understood. But it was really sad to see Nina really just want to do her best, and all of the girls, everybody bullied her along the way. I'm not gonna lie, when they called her Frog, I did giggle a little bit, and I immediately felt bad about it. But I immediately felt even worse after these boys like ganged up on her and made her say ribbit. Like, damn, that was so sad. Like, not only was that sad, but then James Gunn, because he thinks he's a freaking funny guy, the very next scene that we get, well, Wait, wait, I think it was the very next scene, if I'm not mistaken. Oh no, it wasn't the very next scene. Never mind. It wasn't the very next scene at all. But the scene, but you know, still, basically, the very next scene is we see we see something wild, bro. They just did her dirty because they tell Nina to ribbit, and then literally the frog ribbits after that, bro. Bro, I don't know whose idea this was. Oh, bro. I shouldn't be laughing. This is not funny. Bro, this is so diabolical that someone did this. I'm not gonna lie. This is diabolical that someone put this in here, put this frog in here, bro, in this episode. Uh like that's just cold. And then Nina is like even in the frame in the background, like bro, just cold. But then as they're in the as they're in the forest, the bride really does like talk her shit and let Nina know like, hey, you need to do everything you can to make this shit happen, right? Like you can do it. And then we also uh you know not transfer, but we also have mirror that with seeing Nina running away from her dad, basically being like, "Yo, I'm not a human, and I'm not about to be rocking with these humans because they not gonna be rocking with me." And again, beautiful, bro, beautiful way that they just kind of segment this stuff together because, of course, her actually being integrated with society of any kind is the exact reason why she ends up, losing her life in this episode. Because if she was just out there being a little fish person, chilling out, she'd be fine. I don't know why she stayed so close to shore. I'm not gonna lie. But I still, still it was just really it was just a beautiful and dark way to kind of mirror these two moments of again her having this kind of rebirth into water in this new way, and water being her safe space, and water being the only place where she can actually survive, and then that also turning into the place where she ends up losing her life. It's just, and then the way that they cut back and forth from her to the princess, creating that sense of similarity between them, of water almost being like their safe space or the place where they gain freedom from. It's just like, damn, bro, wonderful way to kind of just blend all of these different moments and weave all these different themes and narratives together in this episode. And it ended up working for me really, really well. Um, not to mention, it was also super sad that she did not want to do this at all, like not a little bit. Uh, she didn't even almost want to do this, but the bride talks her into it alongside alongside Dr. Phosphorus, and they just kind of not force her, but peer pressure her into doing something that she is completely against. I mean, the bride literally hands Nina the knife that kills her. Like, damn, bro. It didn't need to get so poetic and heartbreaking, They did not need to do us like that, but they did. And I think this whole show on rewatch will be even more beautiful, heartfelt, and just so much more just heartbreaking, bro. Like, because the connections, the dynamics that were made, it just messed up all along the way, yo. From GI Robot to Nina, then Nina to the bride, like it was just all messed up between them. And then just see how it leaves with just them three on the dock, or not on the dock, but back on land, just watching as things go. And again, as we cut back and forth from present day to the flashback of Nina, it's like just really good moments of going back and forth and back and forth. I really think they did a solid job, yo. And we see Nina going full like monster though. Like she's eating the fish like raw, bro. Like she just grabbed the fish, hopped out, sat down, and is just sitting there chilling, crunching on it. Crazy hunchback. You know what I mean? Crazy hunchback. Like honestly insane. I don't know why she was even out of the water when she can't breathe out of water. Like, what are you doing? Just crazy, bro. Just crazy. I like it. I like it. Of course, we also get mentions of Star City, Bloodhaven, and Metropolis in this episode from the news, which is really nice. That's really nice to get to hear some names and of the DCU world building and lore is incredible. Of course, I think this is the second L that we have seen the police in the DC universe take. And I'm pretty sure it might be because they're scared of metahumans and all these other things. But like, look at they had no reason to shoot. Like, look at how no one, bro, look like he had no reason to shoot, bro. Literally made no sense. I can't believe he shot. I'm not gonna lie. Between this and then the other cops literally shooting at Weasel when he had that little girl in his mouth that was alive, not could have been, was still alive. Like, bro, what the hell are the cops thinking, bro? I wonder if they're just very nervous and trigger happy because crazy ass metahuman events are happening at a very high rate or something. I don't know. I don't know. And I thought even when she saw her dad bleeding out that she would take it upon herself to lash out, crash out, but she didn't. She just was very sad and cried and went to scream because she's not with that violence, bro. Like, Nina is not about that violence, bro. And she never has been and never was and never will be because now she's dead. Oh, heartbreaking. Freaking heartbreaking, yo. Love the way that they trick us into believing the whole story behind the Cersei stuff and the Clayface and all of that, bro. I love the way that they make us believe that what's going on is bad, but it's actually a good thing. Like, A1 dedication to the plot here. Like, giving us enough I think we had enough to figure it out ourselves as well. I mean, they literally spelled it out and let us know that the princess was evil. 100% just told us that she is evil. And we still were like, is she though? Should they kill her? Rick Flag got finessed because he was all up in the nanny and all of that. But, it was crazy, bro. It was super sad to see the way that, Weasel had those flashbacks and whatnot. It's just, bro, so sad. Like, look at that, bro. Like, look at that. Look at how she was so ready for it, bro. And at that moment, the bride knew it was going down, bro. I need to know what's going on with the Weasel because the Weasel gotta have, like, I don't know what he's made out of or made from or how he is able to do the things that he's able to do. But not only did bro whoop ass when he was going up against Cersei, he full-blown bit into Dr. Phosphorus and caused him a significant amount of pain and caused himself a significant amount of pain as well. Like, what type of creature are you where you can bite into radioactive person meat and not die, bro? Like, what? Like, bro, I don't understand. And bruh, I was not ready for the princess to be so with the shit. I mean, the way the knife drops in the water, she grabs it with the other hand and bro, immediately just starts sink, just giving it to her. I was like, oh my God. And again, they just gave us crazy contrast. They've already, like, this episode did crazy contrast between the two characters. And then we get to see it yet again here in the moment of the blue water with the red blood around her. And just look at her eyes. Look at that look. And that's all you need to know, that this is a demented person. This is a person that is not well in the head and 100% is going to take over the world. Like, no matter what anybody else says, she's evil. You know, like that was the moment that solidified it for me right there. And then you have her staring like that directly into the eyes of poor, sweet, innocent Nina as she takes her last breath underwater. Damn. The one place that has always been her safe haven is now also her grave haven. You hate to see it, man. You truly hate to see it, yo. And then even worse than that, we also see the complete utter heartbreak and destruction on the bride's face as she realizes that Nina is gone, bruh. She gone and she ain't coming back no more. Like, look at the sheer horror in her face as she looks upon the only friend that she's ever had. Like, bro, it's so sad. It's so heartbreaking. And I just cannot believe, bro. I could not believe it, man. I didn't know that's what we were going to be doing. I didn't know that's where we were going to be going with this, but that's exactly where we went. And then as soon as we feel like all is lost, hope is over, we see the way she rises from the water, covered in Nina's blood. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God. What a good episode, bro. What a good episode. And then we, of course, we end it with this badass moment of the bride looking for her. She like the bride came through knowing what she was about to do. You can see the look on her face. You can see the way she's strutting down the hallway, ready to make shit happen, bro. Like, look at it. Oh, she was ready to make it happen, brother. And I was ready to see it go down too. I was definitely ready to see it go down too. And then she puts it all together, you know? Like, she's like, yo, I know you're evil. And I saw the video. It was you and Clayface. Bitch, I know the truth. The truth is out now. And she's like, bruh, and I know it was your dude that was watching us when we got back to the States. I'm like, oh, bruh, it definitely was him. Because I remember being like, bro, who is that? And trying to figure out who it was. And now I wonder if we could go back and watch and see how everything was really seated together in a beautiful way, yo. Because I know it was. And then the eyes that once were looking so vicious don't look so vicious no more. They look pretty scared. They look pretty terrified. And she really thought she was going to get the drop on the bride. But the bride, blam, bro, blows her freaking brains out for the homie Nina. And as she should have, yo. We ride for Nina out here in these streets, bro. You know, like Nina was the best of them all, right? And she deserved to get done like that, you know, like that, like the princess deserved to get woo wopped, bro. And then I love the way, of course, we end it with them just slowly, calm, cool, and collectedly walking out of the place, straight up leaving. And going back to where they gotta go. And we end with the bride and the tears falling for the friend, the only friend she ever had, but not the only friend that she'll ever know. Beautiful episode, chat. Beautiful episode, man. Of course, James Gunn also memed us with the you know, talking about there being a post credit scene because there was not one. Excuse me. But it was dope to see this non-human interment division, or the NHID, if you will, also known as Creature Commandos. And now we know that she has a full team at her disposal of these new characters that we have yet to see in the DCU. Well, some characters we have seen and some characters we haven't seen. And a crazy great way to end this episode, letting us know that we'll be back with more creatures going commando and making crazy shit happen. And I love it, bruh. I freaking love it. And of course, we get the return of our good old friend G.I. Robot, bro. Chilling, drinking some motor oil, big. Yo, our guy Big chilling, looking like the Iron Giant. You know what I'm saying? Like, bruh. Yo, at least we get to have our good old Nazi killer, and then the return of our good. What's bro's name? I can't think of the shark's name, bro. I can't think of his name. But he's also, is this King Shark? King Shark. Yeah, I think this is King Shark. Yeah. Our guy King Shark, bro, from the Suicide Squad, also making an appearance here. So I'm loving it, bro. I'm loving it. We're blending everything together. We're getting all nice and nice and dandy or handy, whatever you want to say, in the DCU. And I think that this was actually a really solid ending to this season of Creature Commandos. But let me know how you guys felt about this series finale or season finale in the comment section down below. Do you think that they stuck the landing? Do you not think that they stuck the landing? Let me know all your thoughts, theories, and questions for the series, the season 1 finale of Creature Commandos. Jeez. Yeah, he also is in Harley Quinn, but Harley Quinn is not canon to the other stuff, so that's a different shark technically. But yes, he is in that as well, which is awesome. And I like that we didn't end with. I'm surprised. I mean, that we didn't end the episode with Frankenstein being on the team. Like, I definitely thought that's where we were going, but indeed it was not. We have a completely different team here ahead of us, and I like that. Welcome back, Cody. My guy said hi, hello, hi, damned. Do you speak Spanish? No, unfortunately, Rulitas, I do not speak Spanish. Sorry about that. Gave Nina's backstory and then killed her. Nah, I don't dig that. I really like that, bro. They did the same thing with GI Robot, bro. And the two of the quote unquote nicest people on the team, bro. They took them out, bro. This isn't a place for good people. This isn't a place for nice people. You die. You die here. You die around these parts. I wonder if GI Robot's gonna remember Nina. I kept wondering if Frankenstein could heal, because why couldn't she kill him earlier? So I definitely think he's gonna be back. Yeah, he is gonna be back. That's what that post credit scene was all about, showing that he is back. I don't think that they can die. I think that they are, and well, for lack of better words, immortal, because of the way that they're created. And I'm pretty sure as long as you don't do something like sever the head or burn them alive or completely sever consciousness, however that may happen, they're pretty good to go. Because I mean, even if you cut their head off, you might be able to just attach that shit to another body and they'd be ready to rock and roll. So I'm not sure exactly what controls it. I don't know, because I'm pretty sure she shot Frankenstein in the head as well. And then bro was, he was fine. Yeah, he was fine. So, W episode though. R.I.P. to our girl Nina. Grodd was in the flashback, so I was wondering if he had any part in it. So I think with the Gorilla Grodd thing is like we do see that Gorilla Grodd is doing something in Superman, right? When we see the Superman Legacy trailer, we do see that he is like somewhere making something happen. So I think their paths just crossed as she continued to take over. And then with those paths crossed, her resources, his brains and all that stuff, I think they just were able to make something really big go down within the realm of that, Like he was manipulating the princess. That could be possible that he was manipulating the princess, but I think that I think it's kind of their stars aligned. You know what I mean? Like she wanted it and he wanted it. Someone had to connect her with, you know, Clayface and all these other things. I'm pretty sure Grodd and Clayface know each other. That would not surprise me at all if they knew each other in the DCU. So, all that stuff I'm here for. Moral of the story, kids are mean just like adults. Yeah, basically, the moral of the story was everybody sucks, bro. Like, the cops, the kids, the parents, the everybody just was, everybody sucks. So the Bride is the world's greatest detective too. I don't know about the greatest, but she's definitely a better detective than we are. Fact, she was not fooling around with any formalities. So it seemed that she was born with her lungs on the outside of her body, and then after a mutation from her father, who was very well versed in biological hacking and engineering, was turned into a frog-like fish person. Very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Was not prepared to see that. That was not on my Creature Commando bingo card, but hey, you never know. You never ever know. All right, yo. That was a good one, yo. Fantastic end to this series or to this season, I'll say. Really wasn't ready for it. I didn't know what we were gonna be in for, but I like it, bro. I like it so much, and I can't wait to see where we continue with this and how this continues to spread on to the wider DCU. I don't know how this affected Argus or anything like that, but damn, I'm ready. So we have Spider-Man and Harley Quinn in January. I have no idea. Is Harley Quinn in January? I don't know. I don't usually do watch parties for the Harley Quinn show. I don't think I have in the past. The show is wild. That show is definitely insane. Oh. But I know for the rest of this week, I don't know if we have any other watch parties particularly scheduled, but we may check out something. I don't know what, but we may check something out. Oh, you know what? Actually, tomorrow in the Discord, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing a solo leveling watch party uh, for the first episode of the new season. So you guys should definitely tune into that. Yeah, y'all should definitely tune into that one. All right, I think that's it, chat. Yeah, man. I think that's it for today. I'm excited to see what happens next. We got a lot of DC stuff coming out. Spider-Man, the Spider-Man show is dropping January 29th. I think that's really the only other watch party we have for January. Let me check my calendar. Yeah, we finish Skeleton Crew next week. And then Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man starts on the 29th. So I'm hyped for those. I'm excited. Make sure you guys follow me on TV Time. I'm going to be writing reviews probably for all these episodes and stuff. Trying to get my stuff going on over there more. Beautiful show, beautiful show, beautiful show. Really, really, really enjoyed it. This show was fantastic, man. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. That's good. I wish you could give an overall review on TV Time. If you guys don't know what TV Time is, it's kind of like Goodreads or Letterboxd, but for shows and movies, not just for movies. So that's why I really like TV Time. There's another one called like Slizzard or Serialized. And that one's smaller. But I kind of like their UI a little bit better. Yo, they have so many trackers for stuff. That's awesome. Bro, Serialized does look good though. Hmm. I'm gonna have to really dive into these apps deeper because I want to be able to give my reviews and all my thoughts and all that good stuff. Uh, is TV Time better than Rotten Tomatoes? I've never used Rotten Tomatoes. Does Rotten Tomatoes allow you to catalog all the stuff you've watched? Because if so, I didn't know that. Like, let me show you my TV Time real quick so you can get a better understanding of what I kind of mean. TV Time. Rotten Tomatoes aggregates critic reviews and user reviews for shows and movies. Nah, it's not like that. It's more like like everything that you watch, whether it's a show or a movie, you can log it into TV Time and write reviews for it. And then it also kind of tallies up other people's stuff as well for what they've watched. And then it kind of gives you just like an overall view of what shows you watched, how much watch time you have in shows, and just different things along the lines of that. It's a pretty dope app. I enjoy using it quite a bit. Goodness. Uh where the hell did it go? Oh wait, is that it? No. Bro, what is happening? Oh, here we go. Boom. Okay, so for instance, I don't know if you can see that. I don't think I can zoom in. But you see, it has my stats for TV time, how many episodes of everything I've watched, my movie time, how many movies I've watched. It doesn't have every single thing, but it has like the majority of them. All of my comments are the reviews on the episodes that I've left so far. Uh, so that I can click like this, like Creature Commandos, right? So I can go into Creature Commandos. It'll give me an overview of the show, tells me what time it's released and stuff like that for people. And then, well, it takes it's usually a phone app. This is a phone app. I don't think you can use, like, you can obviously use it on desktop like I'm doing right now, but usually you wouldn't. You know what I'm saying? Uh, But it'll tell you the cast, and then also you'll be able to see community ratings down here. It'll tell you stuff, and then of course you can go to episodes as well, and then you can drop the menu down, and then as you watch the show, you can click, "Oh, I've watched this episode. Oh, I've watched this episode." It just helps you keep track of the shows that you're watching, the movies that you're watching, and it puts it all in one concise place. So, like I said, episode 7, we just finished watching it, so I can go to episode 7. I can click boom that I have watched it because I did watch it. I think I just did this on my phone though. Yeah, see, I rated it a 5 on here because it was a great episode. Just to do the stuff, and because I like the show overall. But you can rate each episode as you want to, and then you can say, "Oh, it's good, it's great, it's wow," or whatever, and then it tallies it up along with everyone else who has watched and rated the episode to let you know how to, what that is going there. And then here you can also check, oh, when you watched it, you were shocked. You can also say that you were sad. And then you can also say that you were kind of thrilled when you watched it and amused. And then after you do all that stuff, you can also go to the comments and write a comment for it. Talk about it with other people in the comment section, whatever. Take your review that you do on here, post it on social media. And again, it's really just a way to track what you're watching. Because sometimes you might just stumble upon a show and then you kind of watch it and then you try to go back to the show, and guess what? Netflix has just erased your entire watch history, or Hulu or whatever, and you can't continue from the moment that you were at. So this is a good way to kind of keep track of the things that you're watching, how many episodes and shows you're watching in a year, all that. I think it does a cool little recap as well at the end of each year to let you know the shows that you've watched and the things that you've partaken in. So, yeah, man. Yeah, TV Time is a really cool app. I really like it. Um, I've been like dabbling in all the other what's it called? Save image. I've been dabbling in like all the other apps that there are for reviewing stuff and whatnot as well. Um, and yeah, I really like it, man. I really like it. So I think everybody should check out TV Time. It's a really dope app. There's another thing called Serialize, but I have not used that almost at all to even know. So yeah. Oh, but this, I'm not gonna lie, Serialize actually looks more like a social media though for episodes. Yo, I forgot the new Dexter show is out too. Damn, hella shows are out. Hella stuff is going on. We're gonna have to try to lock in. But yeah, man, W episode today. W vibes, W everything around. We'll talk about this episode more. Let me know you guys felt about it more. My review will be coming out on the channel soon as well. I appreciate each and every one of you for tuning in with me today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the video. If you like the video, because it definitely helps out tremendously around these parts. You can also follow me on social media at Sensei Finito to stay up to date with all my thoughts, theories, and opinions on whatever particular thing I may be partaking in at that particular time. You can also follow us on all platforms at Marvel Bros to stay up to date with all things Marvel and everything pop culture. It's been a wonderful watch party and review for Creature Commandos Season 1. I can't wait for Season 2. You guys have been awesome. We'll talk about this show more, of course. And as I always say, stay awesome, stay nerdy, and don't forget to stay marvelous. Excelsior.